That's some singing, I'll tell you. Anyway, the next act is really wonderful, and I know you're going to know a couple of them. First is Amanda Brent, and Diane Mahoney, and Scott Teeter. And they're here to perform and play and do everything for you up here on the stage. So please make welcome for them. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amanda Brent.
And I'm Scott Teeter.
And this is Diane Mahoney. Pieces for you today to sing. Some from Broadway. Some patriotic numbers. As we celebrate, or I shouldn't say celebrate, excuse me, we reflect on the anniversary of 9/11. So we'll be doing some patriotic numbers as well.
Entertain you, let me make you smile, let me do a few tricks, some old and some new tricks, my very versatile. And if you feel good, I'll make you feel good. I want to see it sometimes. Let me entertain you. Have a real good time, yes sir. Have a real good time.
I'm going to sing a couple pieces for you by Andrew Lloyd Webber. I love his music and musicals. I picked two that kind of goes together. One is from a musical he did, not as well known. It's called Song and Dance, and it was actually a musical comprised of 2 acts. The first act was all done in song, and the second act was all done in dance. And this song is called Tell Me on a Sunday, and it goes into a song that he wrote for the musical Evita, and it is Another Suitcase in Another Hall.
Don't write a letter when you want to read. Don't call me at 3 a.m. from a friend's apartment. I'd like to choose how I hear the news. Take me to the park that's covered with trees. Tell me on a Sunday. Let me down easy, no big song and dance, no long faces, no long looks, no deep conversations. I know the way we can spend the day. Take me to a zoo that's got chimpanzees. Tell me on a Sunday, please. Don't want to know who's to blame. It won't help knowing. Don't want to find never fooled myself that my dreams would come true. Being used to travel unanticipated, but all the same I made it. Would you? So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to? Time and time again I've said that I don't care, that I'm immune to gloom, that I'm hard through and through. Every time it matters, all my words desert me. So anyone can hurt me, and they do. So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to? Call in 3 months' time and I'll be fine, I know. Well, maybe not that fine, but I'll survive anyhow. I won't recall the names and faces of this sad occasion. That's no consolation here and now. So what happens now? So what happens now? Where am I going to? Where am I going to?
Do a little trio now. I have a song from one of my favorite musicals. I had to get this for Christmas when I was 12, and I think I watched it 100 times and drove my brothers crazy. The Sound of Music.
rest, so I have to work harder now. I found a few pieces from musicals that I hadn't heard of. One is from The Secret Garden. You're all probably familiar with the movie and the book. Well, there was a musical, a Broadway musical actually, in the 90s. And it was a little bit different than the book in that they had characters that had died, such as the little girl Mary. Her mother, Lily, had died, but there's like ghosts in the movie. I mean, in the musical. So anyway, Lily, who is Mary's mother, sings this piece, How Could I Ever Know? How could I know I would love to leave you? How could I know I would hurt you so? You were the one I was born to love. Oh, how could I ever know? How could I ever know? How can I say to go on without me? How can I know you will leave me so? How can I say not to dream about me? How could I ever know? How could I ever know? Forgive me, can you forgive me? And hold me in your arms. I'm so lonely, now that we're apart. How could I know I would never hold you? Never again in this world but one. As you breathe, I am beside you. Could I ever Well, if that didn't cheer you up. Another one that I didn't know was a musical, and it's based on Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, and it's called Yours, Anne. The musical is called Yours, Anne. And the song, I actually found it, you know how you look through music or books or whatever, you didn't even know you had a piece. Well, I had no idea I had this piece. It's called I Remember, and it is sung by Anne, but in the musical it's also sung by some of the other people who are remembering the way things used to be, I guess. And, you know, as I looked, did some research, Googled this musical, I realized how appropriate it was for today, of course, as we all remember the kind of the evils that were done. And the two people that wrote the lyrics and the music, one is Enid Futterman, and Michael Cohen wrote the music. But Futterman said of this, of Anne, the famous line that you see quoted all the time. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. And I think that's so good to remember. But he also goes on to say, this is often taken out of context and misunderstood. Anne Frank knew evil better than most of us. She had to fight to hold on to the remnants of belief. But she also knew something about the essential goodness of the soul, if not the character. Evil triumphed in the death camps, in the physical reality of this world, but the spiritual war was won. For me, that is the real point of the diary. Anne died, but she won. And it's just kind of good to reflect on today.
I remember the house where I was born.